Well, this was something. What's up, Posse? My name is Will Bronlick, and welcome to another review here on Alpha Omega Wolf Productions. So, in my list of movies that I wanted to see and give you guys my overall thoughts on, next on the list is Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. This movie is directed by Kathy Yan and stars Margot Robbie and tells the story of Harley Quinn, who teams up with some mercenaries to take down a mafia boss to save a young girl's life. So, I will admit that I was a little underwhelmed by Suicide Squad when I first watched it. However, I will say that one of the positives I can gain from that movie was that I really liked Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. And when I saw that she was getting her own movie, I didn't know what to think. Mainly because, it's hard to take an iconic character and build an entire movie around her, even though there's really not much of a backstory you can give to her. Until I realized that this is basically her, not really an origin movie, but basically her teaming up with some other heroes or comic book characters. And after watching Birds of Prey, I have to say that not only did I really enjoy this movie, but I might actually like this more than Suicide Squad. Now, I don't consider this my favorite DC movie. In fact, I'd say my favorite is still Wonder Woman, followed closely by Shazam. But there is a lot to admire about this movie. First off, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. I think she does a fantastic job. In fact, I think, you know how some people say that some actors define the comic book characters that they portray? Like how some people say that Christopher Reeve portrays Superman, or defines Superman, or that Michael Keaton defines the character of Batman. I think in time, people will say that Margot Robbie defines the character of Harley Quinn. She's innocent. She's innocent and sweet at first, but she is ruthless when provoked. I mean, she was really enjoyable in this movie. She actually got a good amount of laughs out of me. And it usually takes a fair amount to get me to laugh at stuff. Okay, that's kind of a lie. I actually like to laugh. I also liked Ewan McGregor as Roman Sionis, or Black Mask, who is the villain in this movie. He was so much fun to watch. He was calm and sophisticated at first, but when provoked, like Harley Quinn, he is ruthless. I absolutely adored him. In fact, I think he's one of my favorite villains from the DC movies. And the action was a lot of fun too. It was fast-paced, it was energetic, kept me on the edge of my seat. I had an overall blast with this movie. It felt like it was a DC version of Deadpool, where it was just a bunch of narration going on throughout the entire movie. It's kind of like Harley Quinn breaking the fourth wall. I'm not going to give too much away. But that's kind of it when it comes to positives, because I have a couple of things that I want to, critique about this movie. Sadly, they're kind of big, but they weren't enough to ruin my experience. One is that I feel like the story is really messy. It starts off with Harley Quinn, then it jumps to one of the other characters, then jumps to the other character, then goes back to Harley Quinn, and it just keeps doing this until we're caught up to speed, as some people say in movies like these. And like I said, this was a DC version of Deadpool, where they just go back to many different aspects of the story until we're caught up to where we originally started. And yeah, that was kind of distracting in my opinion. And also, without giving too much away, I feel like the movie is a little bit of false advertising. Because the movie is called Birds of Prey, with the thing with Harley Quinn added, and I'm not going to say the whole thing. But the Birds of Prey don't really come into much later in the movie. In fact, this is more of Harley Quinn's movie, like I said before. And some people may think this is like a female empowerment movie. And sure, you can probably make that argument. But I think it was good to, like, get a movie with a DC villain, easily one of the most famous DC villains there is, and have her join some mercenaries. Personally, I think that's actually a little bit of a nice twist to it. Um, so yeah, that's just about does it. I mean, in conclusion, it's very messy, but it's still enjoyable for what it offers. It has a wonderful performance by Margot Robbie, a very fun villain, some fast-paced action, a couple nice visuals. I will say that. But with a floppy story, it's just I just say this is not one of the best DC movies. It's probably right in the middle. So for my grade, I shall give Birds of Prey a B minus. So that's it for this review. If you did enjoy this video, then be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more content. Next up, I'm going to be doing a review of the 1992 Disney film The Mighty Ducks, and I'm very much looking forward to giving you guys my thoughts on that movie. So, until next time, see you later, posse.